Happy Monday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
We had Emma Gillespie. She's a Mamma Mia journalist and podcaster. She joins us every Monday on the show. And we were talking Trump, Twitter, Elon Musk. So much is going on. We do a deep dive.
Who says there's nutbags on the internet? You had the story about a woman divorcing her doll.
Please. She's married to a life-size rag doll. She's had a baby with him and he's been cheating on her, Brendan. Give us the respect it deserves.
We talked about our weekends. We had different weekends. You cleaned your cupboard. I went out drinking all weekend.
And ironically, we were down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms to discuss in our pub test the banning of alcohol at the stadium at the World Cup.
That's all coming up on our podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda
Miss Keller. Amanda.
doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, top of the morning to you, Amanda.
How are you?
Great.
I know it was a big weekend in your house.
Yes, it
I
was.
can hear it in your voice.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
What are you saying?
Nothing. So tell us about the occasion.
Well, it's my eldest son's 30th birthday.
30 years.
What about that?
How does that make you feel that you've got a 30-year-old? I remember when I turned 60, my dad was shocked because his youngest child was 60. So he felt like Methuselah.
It's true, isn't it? Yeah, I think there's great wisdom that comes along when you turn 30. And we had a great day. We went out for Yum Cha on Saturday, which was nice.
Nice.
Some reason we ended up at a place playing virtual darts at 11 o'clock at night.
You sound like you had regret.
Well, I don't even know where we were, but, just playing darts.
Well, did you throw them?
You throw the darts, so it's not really virtual.
You throw an actual dart?
Well, it looks like a dart, but it's not a real dart.
Right.
It's got like little like, on the dartboard, there's like little knobs.
Does it go... So there's no pointy end. Darts without a pointy end.
Yeah, there's a pointy end, but it's plastic. You couldn't throw it at someone and
Right.
cause trouble.
You don't remember where you were?
There was someone.
Was your son even there?
Yeah, he came along. Yeah, he was the one that instigated that we go there.
Okay.
That was good.
Oh, good.
And then we had a family gather yesterday, which was nice.
Oh, how nice.
Which was
Happy
nice.
birthday, Morgan. 30.
What about
And he
that?
looks like a grown-up. He's got that
I know.
beard. He just looks like a substantial man. Good on him.
Good on him.
Good on him.
Yeah, because I always remember, all those, he's been around, in your
For
life.
30 years.
30 years, but it's a big,
I remember him on the radio. Where were you working? I love that.
When I was I used
Can
to
we
work
play
at
this?
B105 in Brisbane.
Yeah, let's play this.
B105, hello?
Hi, Dave.
Hi there, Morgan. This is my little boy, Morgan.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
No, it's Father's Day. Did you call me up to say happy...
Diane, Mommy has got big shoes.
Has she? But didn't you call up to say happy Father's Day?
Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks for that, Morgan.
Dave.
I'll see you later.
Dad, I love you.
I love you too. I'll see you later.
Dad, you're a princess.
What did you say at the end?
You're a princess. I don't know what that's about.
He does have wisdom, even at that
He's got
young age.
a wise-
Dad, you're a
But
princess.
30 is a good age. And only 6 years to go before you can go on a Kentucky tour.
Meanwhile, he can still go on a tiki
Or it's
tour.
18 to 35.
Yeah, I think so. So he
you've got
better
5
get
years.
to it.
Make hay while the sun shines.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday, Morgan. That's great.
Mate. Action-packed show indeed. $10,000 with the $10,000 question. We can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1. What colour is the Australia Post Express post box?
Jam Nation.
Podcast. We have the Magnificent Seven. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Well, congratulations. It's Monday and you're a winner.
But it's about getting question 7 right. Sam is in Campbelltown.
Hi, Sam.
Good morning, Amanda. How are you?
Very well. Do you agree with my friend that you'll never regret a swim?
Yes, and I do agree with Jonesy, though, about Bondi. Sorry.
Which
That's
bit?
true. So look at me, beach of the world.
Well, what happens if you live near there and you just want to go for a swim? You shouldn't because you're scared people will look at you.
If you live in Bondi, you're already a look at me person.
That's not true. The people's
Unless you're old school, unless you got in there, years and years.
Yeah, I think people's perception of that area might be different to the reality of the people
Well, I'm
that
a big
live there.
fan of Bondi. I used to work there in the sewage treatment plant. And I worked on the outfall, the thing that goes 2 Ks out to sea. But before that, Bondi used to be dreadful.
Of
'cause
course.
The water was the worst.
But
now it's good.
But when you say there's a whole lot of different demographics of people who live in Bondi, and they're not all tools. I think
I
that's
never
it.
said. Did I say the word tool?
Well, you said
Sam?
it's all look at me. You said look at
I
me.
said
look
there's
at
a lot of look at me people in Bondi. I
Yeah,
think
but
that's
there's a
fair.
lot of people who aren't that as well.
Of course. You're not a look at me person.
No.
Sam's not a look at me person, are you, Sam?
No, Dennis.
Well, let's see if we can get you through the Mag
I think
7.
by and large people who listen to our show aren't look at me people when you think about it.
No.
Because we're not look at me people.
No, we're not. To our detriment sometimes. I
Yeah,
think
it's
Australians play down our strengths, don't we?
Yeah, so you look at Kiss, they're all like, look at me, look at me,
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at me.
yeah.
You know, and we're not look at me.
No, we're not kissing any time. Question 1 for you, Sam.
What's on the Christmas party? Depends where the mistletoe is.
It's in an adjoining room. What colour is the Australia Post Express post box?
Yellow.
It's yellow.
Which brand's mascot is a fly dressed as a gangster with a burnt match toothpick hanging from his mouth? It's very descriptive.
That's Louis the Fly.
That
It
is Louis.
is. But what's the brand?
Morteen.
Yeah, that's it. Let's play What's on the Box.
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
Sam, do you recognise this TV thing?
Men, manly men, manly men.
That'll do, okay. Do you know the show, Sam?
It's Charlie Sheen, isn't it?
Yes.
But what's the name of the show?
4 Man or something?
Oh,
4 Men.
sorry. It's enough about my weekend.
4 Men.
No.
No, it's not that. Do you want to hear it again?
No.
Jam Nation.
We're into the Magnificent Seven. We're up to question number 3.
What's on the box?
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
I hope this is the last time we have to listen to this theme. I like this show, but this theme, again and again at this time of day, is irritating.
Kathleen is in Campsie.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
The show's not called 4 Men. Do you know what it's called?
2.5 men.
2.5 Men.
Remember that Charlie Sheen went crazy. Chuck Lorre got rid of him. That's how the Big Bang Theory started, because of that show.
Really?
Chuck Lorre put all his endeavours into the Big Bang Theory because of Charlie Sheen.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to like watching it. I haven't watched it since that other one. What's his name? Ashton Kutcher went in.
Yeah, they added him to 2.5 Men.
And it kept going.
And they killed Charlie Sheen's character by getting him run over by a train.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's just, you're never coming back.
Question number 4.
Trains don't muck around.
It missed me. Question number 4 for you, Kathleen. This is multiple choice. What was the first movie by Pixar to become a rating higher than G in the United States? Was it A, Monsters, Inc., B, The Incredibles, or C, Finding Nemo? Which had a rating that wasn't G?
Finding Nemo?
No.
Adam's in Parramatta.
Hi, Adam.
Hello, Amanda Jonesy. How you going?
Very well. Was it Monsters, Inc., The Incredibles? Actually, we've ruled out Finding Nemo. Was it Monsters, Inc. or The Incredibles that had a rating higher than G?
That would be The Incredibles.
It was for action violence.
It was kind of dark, but good. The Iron Curtain is swept aside was a newspaper headline that referred to which historical event, Adam?
The Iron Curtain is swept aside.
Oh, God. The Iron Curtain is swept aside. I don't know.
Robinson Campbell.
89?
Yeah.
88, 89?
Yeah, the Hoff was there.
The Hoff was there, I remember. Hello, Robin. How are you?
Good, thank you.
What was the historical event? The headline was The Iron Curtain is swept aside.
Fall of Berlin Wall.
That's it.
Which host from the project announced they were leaving last night?
I don't watch that show.
Sorry, Robin.
I think you're your only one there, Robin. Elizabeth's in Kellyville.
Hello, Elizabeth.
You're
How
not on
are
your
you?
Robinson Crusoe.
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very well.
Great.
So Carrie Bickmore has already announced she's leaving, but another female announced last night. That was her last night. Do you know who it is?
Yes. Lisa Wilkinson.
It was Lisa Wilkinson.
Yeah, Lisa.
She's a mate of ours. and she's choosing to step away.
Well, did they have a... Yeah,
She said the last
getting a lot
6
of
months
heat
have been
lately.
pretty toxic for her, off to do other things.
Who has scored the most goals for the Socceroos, Elizabeth?
Sorry, I don't know.
Don't be sorry.
Joe's in West Hoxton.
Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Who scored the most goals for the Socceroos?
Is it Tim Cahill?
Yes, it's Tim Cahill.
He scored 50 goals for the Socceroos. Not all in one game.
We should bring him back. Congratulations, you got the jam-packed, Joe. $150 voucher to La Mono Charcoal Chicken, the famous Lebanese cuisine restaurant in Marylands and Casula. Yum. A Spinal Ease pillow. Are you tired of waking with a sore neck or headache? Order your Spinal Ease pillow at spinalease.com.au. And Jonesy made a caricature for you to colour in and some standard pencils. Joe, anything you would like to add?
No, just thank you so much, and you guys are wonderful.
Thank you, Joe.
You're wonderful, Joe.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Blast off for Kicksville. Let's see what happens.
Thumbing through the Almanac, our Big Book of Musical Facts. On this day in 1987, Billy Idol knocked Tiffany off.
Really?
From the number one single position on the US single chart.
Tiffany. Imagine
Remember?
Tiffany and then Billy Idol
Billy
says,
Idol
my
comes
turn.
along. Billy knocked Tiffany off with this song Money Money or Money Money.
Is it Moni Moni?
Moni Moni.
Is it
Money,
about?
Money.
Is that a person's name? What does Moni Moni mean?
I think it's about the money, isn't it? It's all about the money.
But there's
It's about
no
the bling
E in
bling,
it.
the ching
It's
ching. And,
MONY.
yeah, Money Money. Originally done way back in the 60s by Tommy James. It is Money Money, isn't it?
Moni Moni.
What's that about, Moni? Anyway, Billy got it and put some hair on it. And we've got it now, and he knocked off Tiffany with this. Like it.
Knock her off with a feather.
Jam Nation.
We have a segment called Gets My Ghoulies. You may not know that if you listen earlier in the morning, but this happens after 8:30 every day. And this is where we have a line where you can phone up and just record your ghoulie.
906-17984.
That's it. That's the hotline number. We only have one more week. We've got 2 weeks left on air for the year. The final week we'll be playing finalists and things, but you still have 1 week to get your ghoulies in. Here's an example of a couple of ghoulies we've had throughout the year.
My mum and dad inherited a canary. After 2 years of COVID cancellations, they finally got their long-awaited holiday. I took a few days annual leave, so the canary is not inside for 2 weeks. He can't be outside alone as the local butcher birds try to eat him. Mum and Dad got COVID in South Australia. They are now quarantined. So far, I've now had 6 days of annual leave to guard the canary, and that's what gets my ghoulies.
Wow.
Imagine that.
That could have gone on longer and longer. Imagine that. Remember the days where everyone was quarantined in different states?
Yeah.
Taking time off work to look after a canary. That's a great ghoulie. So 9061-7984. Our prize, a year's supply of chocolate from Darryl Lee and $20,000 cash. So you've got a week to give us your ghoulies.
Exciting times.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Look, sometimes you come across a story and some pictures that go with it and you think, I'm so glad I work on radio because I can read this out loud.
Okay.
I'm just going to read the story and I'll show you some pictures as we go. Here's the headline to the story. My marriage to my ragdoll husband is on the brink of collapse after he cheated on me while I was hospitalised. She thought he was the one, but now just months after their big wedding day, Miravoni Rutcher's marriage to her ragdoll is on the brink of collapse.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some pictures. She looks
I
like
got a handout.
She looks like a regular person.
Yeah.
But she is married, and I'll give you more details, to a ragdoll that's fully human size, we think.
Yeah, that's a big... it looks like Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy Ann.
But it's a man version of Raggedy Ann.
Yeah,
It looks
Raggedy
like
Jeff. And
she made that herself?
I don't know. The details are scant. But in this picture, there's one of their wedding day. There's one of their honeymoon where she's kissing him and he's undressed. He's just like a Cabbage Patch body.
That's the OnlyFans version.
Yeah, and there's another one where she goes out and, he's wearing a nice suit and tie. So I'll read the story and we'll go. The 37-year-old made headlines last year after it was revealed that she had tied the knot with a doll her mum had made her. Uh-huh. And at first it was a fairy tale love story. They became parents even. She claimed their baby arrived in just 35 minutes. What'd you do for the other 34? Seriously.
What?
What kind? And there's a picture. Look at this picture of her, or there's nursing staff who are with gowns and masks, and she or someone in the middle is holding a ragdoll baby.
A laugh. She is.
Well, I don't know. Well, it says here.
What's a difficult birth? Actually, a little
35 minutes.
A little soft baby, you'd be all right. Come straight out.
She said, though.
Like carpet lint.
I'd like some respect, Brendan, because there's trouble in paradise.
What's happened?
She believes that her husband has been unfaithful to her while she was in hospital.
No.
She said she was due to celebrate her 1-year anniversary with him. She said she'd seen him sneaking into a motel to sleep with another female. Since that incident, the two have been sleeping in separate rooms. She's opened up about her relationship struggles on TikTok. She said, I found out through a friend who told me she'd seen Marcello, husband, entering a motel with another woman while I was hospitalised for 3 nights. She maybe thought he was a spinalese pillow.
Maybe he's having it off with a spinalese pillow.
No, he is the pillow. She said she was hospitalised when their son was born. Or the son had a virus. The son had a virus.
What's the son's name?
The son's name is Marcelinho. At first, I thought my friend was lying, but then I started looking through his phone. I saw the conversations, and I knew he was cheating.
Wow.
So she said that her ragdoll hubby kept denying everything and begged for forgiveness. She said the argument was ugly. It scared our son, who was crying.
Yeah.
So I shouted out, do you see what you've done? I asked him who the woman was, and he didn't respond. Mrs. Tontine.
Because he's a doll.
Oh, Brendan, please respect. She said, I wanted to put him out of the house. She'd have to put him out. He can't walk. I wanted to put him out of the house, but our baby's growing up. And at this stage, he'd miss his father a lot. So the love I feel for him made me forgive him, but not completely. She then added that the couple needed to talk things through. She needed to give him a chance to decide once and for all whether he'll cheat again. She said if he does cheat again, she may not forgive him. So a number of fans following their journey on social media have given her comments, reassuring her everything will be fine. One of them urging her to talk to him, try to get through this. But it's some good news, Brendan.
Good news.
It seems that the well-wishers have worked their magic. The couple could later be seen enjoying ice cream while sitting on a bench.
Better be careful.
You know why they broke up? He was too material for her. Their relationship is holding on by a thread.
Well, these are the people.
These are the people who live around you and vote.
These are the people.
Let's get back to that 35-minute birth, shall we? What did you do for the rest of the time?
I want to hear about the conception.
Yeah, well,
what happened there?
What happened there? What's his thread count?
Break out the faff.
His Egyptian cotton. She likes a foreigner.
Jam Nation.
Now, there's a couple of questions that I have to ask you.
I don't answer questions.
Just answer the question, okay?
What's in it for me?
$10,000 reward.
It's here, right now, $10,000 with the $10,000 questions. Can you do it? Can you answer 10 questions in 60 seconds?
Well, you only have to answer question 10 correctly.
True.
To get the money. It doesn't matter how many people are involved. If you can do it in 60 seconds and someone gets question 10 right, they win the money.
I do think that Kim of Westleigh, you can do this, Kim. You can be all the way Kim.
Hello, Kim.
Hello, good morning. I'd like to think so, but if I can't, maybe I can help someone else get there.
Oh, that's a very nice way of looking at this, Kim.
That is a very nice thing. That's a big character trait there, Kim.
Nice, Kim. All right, well, you know how it works. We have 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're wrong or you hesitate, you get buzzed out and someone takes your place. We could be seconds away from giving away $10,000. You ready to start?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Let's do it. Question 1. The songs we sing at Christmas are called what?
Carols.
Question 2. Traditionally, what's worn under a Scottish kilt?
Nothing.
Question 3. The Hershey Company makes what?
Chocolate.
Question 4. Which cancelled Aussie soap is set to return in 2023?
Neighbours.
Question 5. In which Australian city would you find Burke Street Mall?
Melbourne.
Question 6. Which company created the Barbie doll?
Mattel.
Question 7. On which continent would you find Egypt?
Africa.
Question 8. Who's the main star of the new TV series Tulsa King?
Akira's in Blacktown.
Who's the main star of the new TV series Tulsa King?
Oh my God, I have no idea.
Mitchell's in Blythe
Who's
Park.
the main star of the new series Tulsa King?
right.
Question 9. Amelia Earhart was a famous what?
Right.
Question 10. Rain contains which vitamin?
We're out of time there. Wow, what about that?
Oh.
Vitamin B.
Vitamin B.
Vitamin B.
We would have accepted just B.
Just B, man.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Are you
all
all
that
right?
adrenaline, and now it's left me.
Go and put your head on your desk.
And have a little lie
rest.
down.
Jam Nation.
I love Twitter, and I saw over the weekend people thought Twitter was going to finish.
Yeah, I thought it was going to finish.
Yeah, Elon Musk, and we'll talk about this when Emma Gillespie comes in a bit later, about Elon Musk and him inviting Donald Trump to return to Twitter. But a whole lot of workers have left Twitter because Elon Musk...
He wanted them to be hardcore.
Well, also...
If you want to work for me, you've got to be hardcore.
Yeah, he hasn't understood their business model, and they're going, okay, you know what, we'll see you later.
So is he a genius or is he a nut?
That's what people are saying. We thought you were a genius, but actually you're a nut.
You're a nut.
So because I love scrolling through Twitter, and I get a lot of stuff for this show from Twitter. So while we still have Twitter, I'm going to keep looking.
I dropped my phone in the water, remember, and I went to get my our Twitter back on my phone. And I got the password, and the password is one of those head-collapsing passwords.
Oh.
You know, it's uppercase, lowercase, percentage, symbol, numbers.
Waist measurement.
And I went, I just can't. And I haven't been back on Twitter since.
See, I know...
And then my life hasn't changed. I
If
think
Twitter,
I'm
if
better
Twitter
for
goes
it.
down, I'll get a lot more reading done. I know that. I spend a lot of time scrolling through Twitter. But I do follow things like a journalist, and therefore I go to articles and I find bits and pieces. But I also like the funny, stupid stuff. But this actress, Christy Whelan, tweeted this on the weekend. Do you believe that if you break a mirror, you'll have 7 years bad luck? And Denise Scott, a fabulous comedian, has said in response, at 24 dance class, we had to individually do forward bend and check how straight our backs were in the floor-to-ceiling mirror. When my turn came, the whole mirror shattered like a windscreen. She said, after class, I drove home and had a head-on car accident, but the next 7 years weren't so bad. Millie Starling, our executive producer, said that when she was young, there's that big thing, step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Yeah.
And she stood on a crack and her mother was skiing. And she was terrified that something was going to happen, and her mother broke her arm.
Wow.
So Millie felt responsible.
Well, she is, clearly.
Clearly responsible. Remember when I went to New Zealand with Harley and we were staying in Queenstown, and there's a whole lot of beautiful stones around the lake there. Beautiful. And probably quite spiritual. So we picked one up and thought, this is nice. Let's keep it. And
you don't take a stone.
Well, no, we know that now. We lost our passports. Things went terribly wrong. A whole litany of stuff. And on the day we flew out with the worst horror of having to find your passports, all of this stuff, at the airport, we threw the stone back. We just threw the stone away and said, you can keep your friggin' stone.
Well, you got to give it back with good grace.
Oh, well, you know, I just wanted to get rid of it.
Well, it's like that time I was in Hawaii and I got that tiki. And remember, there's all sorts of trouble.
No, I think that was an episode of the Brady Bunch.
Maybe it was an episode
I think
of the
it wasn't
Brady Bunch,
you.
but it wasn't me with the tiki. But remember that. I was in
do.
that surf competition.
No, it wasn't
I
you.
got conked on the head.
It was Greg Brady. Remember? You okay? It wasn't you. Yeah. Tribal Drum is beating for Superstition Came True.
Bad luck, come and get me.
That's my brother Bobby.
It was Peter Brady, and he's not your brother.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. And the Tribal Drum is beating Superstition Came True.
Bad luck, come and get me.
Well, Denise Scott has said on her tweet that when she was 24 at a dance class, they had to look at their form in a floor-to-ceiling mirror. When her turn came, the whole mirror shattered like a windscreen. So, you know, you think about 7 years bad luck. She said after class she drove home and had a head-on accident, but the next 7 years weren't so bad, she said. Years
ago when I used to work for a living, I was very anxious about breaking a mirror as a kid. And then one of my first jobs was in demolition, and we had to smash up a bunch of mirrors.
Oh, how'd you feel?
I was very conflicted. And the guy that was with me, the older guy, he said, "Come on, mate, don't muck around, smash the mirrors up." So there was us smashing them up with this big poker. Nothing happened. Like nothing happened.
Not a single bad thing has ever happened.
Not a single bad thing has ever happened to me. And there was a lot of mirrors. It was so many mirrors. I thought, this is it. I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
today.
that's right. Did you wrap yourself in bubble wrap?
That's it. It's all over. I was just like, and he goes, and the guy, I remember the guy's going, "Oh, don't be so glum. It's all right, mate. You're not going to die." what's not to die? Standing in shards of glass.
Yeah, actually, that's probably the bit.
With little to any safety gear.
So the tribal drum is beating for Superstition came true. Karen, hello.
Good morning, guys.
What's happened with you?
Oh, I smashed a mirror years ago when I was around 15, and I believe I might have been older than that, maybe 18, and because my mother was so superstitious and her grandmother, and I believed everything that they said. And then, anyway, I smashed a mirror, and then all this bad luck started happening. My horse escaped in the paddock, and it chewed up a man's front lawn and ate his roses. Years later, my car broke down coming up Mount Ousley. Barely got up the hill. It was so bad. And then another incident happened with my car. And then what else happened? Just so many things. My dog passed away. It was just I thought everything's happening because of this 7 years bad luck. It's just over and over again.
Although I imagine they are natural things that would have happened over a space of 7 years.
Yeah, but it's just bad luck, I believe, from the mirror. Because
that's all the mirror.
Yeah. It's like pointing the bone, isn't it? Suddenly you look for things like that.
But it's all psychosomatic. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
It's the biggest undoing of us is our own minds.
Is that why you leave yours at home?
I leave my mind at home, and it can't do any damage to me.
Let it wander around there.
I don't know what it's doing at the moment.
We're going to take more of your calls after the news.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Get up, lazy bones.
It's way too early for this, guys.
No rest for the wicked.
The tribal dramas beating Superstition came true.
Bad luck. Come and get me.
That's when I had that tiki around my neck and I was in Hawaii.
No, that was Greg Brady. It wasn't
Ruined the
you.
whole family holiday.
Wasn't you?
I didn't win that surfing competition.
It happened to me.
Big spider.
We were in Queenstown, found a beautiful stone around the lake, kept it. And then we lost our passports, just this litany of stuff. So before we left the airport, we just threw it back. Sometimes these superstitions come true.
Out the plane window.
I threw it and hit the pilot in the head. Then I had more bad luck. Can you believe it?
Strange.
Cheryl's joined us. Hello, Cheryl.
Hello, how you going?
Very
Great,
well.
Cheryl.
What happened with your superstition?
Well, I have a weird superstition. I really believe this to my very core, that it is bad luck to wear your shirt inside out.
Oh, I've never
heard that.
Have you
I've heard that.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, well, I had a car accident. This guy ran in the back of me, and nothing happened to my car. It was fine, but his car was totaled, and we got out to exchange particulars, and I fell off the gutter, into the gutter, and on my way down, I scratched my car with my key. I'm all banged up. And I thought, I'm really, really shaky. So I go over to the coffee lounge and she helps me, the coffee woman, she helps me fix myself up and everything. And then she says, love, your shirt's inside out.
And did you know about the shirt inside out bad luck thing at that stage, or did she bring that to the table?
No idea. No idea.
But you'd heard before that it was bad luck.
Very careful.
How amazing. So your car, you've had a traumatic experience, but your car is unhurt. And so then you scratch it with your own keys as you fall over.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's right, yeah. But my car was unhurt until I scratched it on the way down.
Yes. What a day. Because your shirt was inside out.
I know people are going to go, what, this is another thing I've got to be anxious about?
There's a lot. Let's load up with all of them.
Thanks, Cheryl. Mel's with us.
Hello, Mel. What happened to you?
Good morning. Well, my husband and I decided that it would be a great idea to get married in Las Vegas. So we did that, and it was amazing. However, it was like, that rocky start where we woke up in the morning, I said, get out, I got to go get ready. So he leaves to leave the room. I've laid out all my wedding dress. I've got everything out ready to get dressed in. I'm getting dressed, and he comes running in. I'm like, don't come in here. He goes, sorry, I just had to tell you that our friend is running late. I'm like, okay. And then it was like this series of unfortunate events after that. So Las Vegas, super hot. He gets outside. He starts sweating, sweats through his shirt, had to buy a new shirt. I get outside to try to get a car to our wedding venue. There's no cars because there's a big music festival on. So I was almost late to my own wedding. We get there. And they're like, oh, no, you didn't pay for that to be separated from your husband before the wedding. I'm like, yes, I did. So they shoved me into a bathroom so he wouldn't see me, even though he'd already seen me. Then when then somebody came running in to check if I was okay and said, do you have the wedding certificate, the wedding license? I said, no, I'm pretty sure my husband has the wedding license. Anyway, he'd found it. He'd shoved it somewhere and hadn't been able to find it because he was so nervous and so hot and sweaty. And then my other friend was really late because same thing, traffic, and her plane had come in late. And it felt like this whole series of unfortunate events.
And you thought all of that was because he'd glimpsed you in your wedding dress before the wedding, which is supposed to be bad luck.
Absolutely. And it was difficult because we're totally out of context and there weren't many people there. And I thought, there's no way he's going to come and jinx this. There's not that many factors that can be affected by it.
And it affected all of them.
But there were factors. Are you still married? Is everything okay?
Well, yes, it's fabulous. Yes. I think, you put it down to that becomes a part of the event.
Of course. But at the time, stressful as hell.
Stressful as anything, yeah.
Well, thank you for all of that.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda answer the pub test. This is an interesting one. No alcohol at the World Cup. Does it pass the pub test?
It's not being sold at the stadium in Qatar. What's upset people is that this has been in the planning for 12 years where they've been told, yes, you'll be able to have all of this. Budweiser's sponsoring it. 2 days before the games kicked off,
they've said no dice.
They've said no dice. And people are annoyed that this is how it goes, that FIFA and the Qatar, the country of Qatar, the royal family, have made this decision. They feel FIFA's rolling over to the family here. But some people are saying, I'm devastated. What's wrong with having a beer at a match? Millions of people are coming from all over the world to watch the football, enjoy the sun, knock back a few beers. This was the first game that was played was with Ecuador facing Qatar. Here are some of the Ecuador fans. Have a listen.
Yeah, I want beer.
We want beer.
We want beer now.
Other people are saying, well, if you can't go to a place and not have a beer, then you have a real problem. Maybe you should look at your drinking culture. But others are saying, look, this is part of it. I've spent a lot of money to come to Qatar to sit with my mates and have a drink.
And how are you going to make soccer interesting if you're not having beer?
If you don't have your beer goggles on.
Yeah, what's going to happen? It's like watching cricket sober.
All right, well, no alcohol at the World Cup. Does this pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I demand entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
On secondment from Mamma Mia. I like saying that. That's a new thing I'm adding to our wheelhouse. Secondment. It sounds so important. Emma Gillespie is here.
Hi, Emma.
Hello.
I'm so glad we're talking about this today. I was on Twitter over the weekend and people were saying their farewells. It was like the dance band on the Titanic. Goodbye, everyone. It's been great, because it was thought that Twitter was going to collapse because of the number of staff that had left.
Well, that's been the sentiment for a few months now, and it's sort of like an Elton John farewell tour. No one really knows when the final goodbye is going to come. But yeah, Elon Musk took a vote over the weekend to ask his followers, should we allow Donald Trump back on the platform? Now, famously, after the insurrection, January 6 riots in Washington, D.C., Trump was kicked off Twitter. So that was in 2021. Twitter said, permanently, you're gone, mate. You're done. You're absolutely finished on Twitter. Well, things have changed. Elon Musk has bought Twitter for a cool $65 Australian billion. Cool. And as of the weekend, Elon said, all right, I'll put it out to you guys. What do you think? Should we reinstate him?
I voted no.
Well, 15 million people voted. Amanda Keller was one of them. Yep. And by a narrow margin, 51.8% said, let him back on.
I saw a great quote by, well, whether he'll want to is another story, but I saw a great quote by the American politician Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She said, when she saw the poll, she said, I don't know, man, last time he was here on this platform, he used it to incite an insurrection. Multiple people died. The Vice President of the United States was nearly assassinated. Hundreds were injured, but I guess that's not enough for you to answer the question. So why don't we put it to a Twitter poll?
Maybe do some more research on that.
And this is the thing with Musk. You know, people are saying, yeah, free speech is one thing, but to allow hate speech is another. But Elon Musk's sort of whole libertarian ethos is very, you know, let people do what they're going to do. And if the town square burns down, then it burns down. So it doesn't really come as any surprise at this point. But you're right, Amanda. Everyone's wondering how long has Twitter got left in the tank to stay afloat, because they're bleeding advertisers.
Because why would, as an advertiser, there have been a whole lot of things in place in Twitter that gave you confidence that you weren't going to be next to a piece of hate speech. And now a lot of the people who've left in in recent months were the people that worked in those departments. So all the safeguards have gone. So why would advertisers stick with Twitter?
Exactly. The whole senior leadership team was pretty much sacked on day one of Elon Musk as chief twit, as he calls himself. And then last week, I know that you guys spoke about it earlier this morning, Elon sent an email to what remaining staff were on the database saying, hey, listen, you've got to go hardcore. If you want to work at Twitter, it's all or nothing. Long days, no breaks, no working from home.
Is he quoting from School of Rock?
And then everyone just went.
Unless you live hardcore.
They all went. I loved over the weekend that he was being called Space Karen. I've seen pictures of his Karen, people putting Karen haircuts on him, because now he's in a position where he's saying, hey, if someone can do any coding, can you come to floor 3? He doesn't know how to run the business.
Also with the blue tick thing. So now, like, for example, the Jonesy Demander Twitter we've got, that's got a blue tick. So do we have to pay our $8 for that now?
So that's what's happening to the verification process. Now, the blue tick is in place. A lot of people see it as a bit of a status symbol, but really it's there to keep verified accounts safe. So to keep high-profile accounts or people who have any sort of credibility, to keep them safe from, certain amounts of trolling, or verification is a good thing ultimately. And now Elon is saying, we're going to democratize verification. And if you want a blue tick, it's $8. So people who really are verified are like, well, I don't want to spend that money and be seeming like I'm not real in my verification, and then everyone else going, oh yeah, I want my blue tick.
Sure.
So it's just becoming the wild, wild west of the internet at this point.
But didn't Kathy Griffin impersonate Elon Musk?
Yeah, to show how easy it was to fake it. And I saw Stephen King, who said, you know what, I provide content for your platform. Why am I being charged to be on it now?
Yeah.
Also, if Twitter goes down, it's not... I know a lot of people love TikTok and all of that, but Twitter has a whole world of people who fight for diversity, people who fight from cultures that don't get another voice.
Yeah.
It plays a very important role in people's lives.
Well, I was thinking on the way in this morning, for people who aren't on Twitter or are thinking, who cares, Twitter's not part of my life. It's a part of a lot of people's lives, but especially in the media, most news will break on Twitter as the first stop in the news cycle. There's so many journalists doing amazing things on Twitter all the time that we in the media really rely on that fast-paced news cycle, the community that's been built there.
That's it. And the community of voices that have no other outlet. In some countries where people have no other outlet, this is the thing that tells us what's going on there.
And if I want to model a new Cosy, I go straight to Twitter.
Yeah, and if we want to find a silly video or a cat meme or whatever else it is, straight to Twitter.
So, look, let's hope that Twitter survives, but I hope that Elon doesn't.
Well, in terms of the Trump thing, he's come out over the weekend and said he's not interested. He doesn't even want to come back on because he's got his Truth Social thing that he's developed, and you can only imagine the wonderful things that go on there.
I think there'd be reasonable debate on that, Emma. It's great to talk to you, journalist and podcaster at Mamma Mia, Emma Gillespie. We'll catch you next week.
See you next week.
Jam Nation. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy Demander Arms for the pub test today. No alcohol at the World Cup. Does this pass the pub test?
Yes.
On top of everything.
Well, people know that Qatar is a country where alcohol isn't normally allowed.
It's an Islamic country.
It was decided that, yes, it would be. And then 2 days before the games started, a decision was made that no, there will be no alcohol at the stadium, even though the stadium sponsor is Budweiser. Unfortunate. So some people are saying, look, if you can't get through a game of football, soccer, without needing a beer, there's something wrong with you. Others are saying, I've spent a lot of money to come here and celebrate with my friends. And in the corporate boxes you can get if you're paying millions and millions of dollars. But the regular people in the stadium cannot get alcohol.
But some might say when in Rome or when you're in an Islamic country.
Yeah, but then,
whenever I've been over there, I've gone with the expectation I'm not going to be able to drink.
Yes, but...
even though you can at certain places, but you're not going to go to your local bottle shop. They don't have BWSs on every corner.
But, and that's all well and good, absolutely, but the people who are outraged by this say that the deal was...
They moved the goalposts.
They've moved the goalposts because Qatar had said, come to the World Cup, all these things will be available to you 2 days before the rules changed.
That's so unlike them.
So, no alcohol at the World Cup. Does it pass the pub test?
Well, I believe Qatar is one of these Islamic countries, and most of them don't serve alcohol because it's against Islam. So it is what it is. I suppose you can't get a good pork sausage there either.
No, it doesn't pass the pub test. What are the Pommy Lagerlouts going to do? It's going to be a non-event, isn't it?
I agree with it because you're there to watch the sport, not to get drunk.
No way. Soccer's boring without beer. You definitely need a beer while you're watching the World Cup.
Yeah, and a pork sausage. Thank you for all your calls.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
So a big weekend in your house. Tell me about it.
Well, my eldest turned 30. What about that? That's nuts.
It is. I remember when I turned 60, my father was shocked that his youngest child was 60, and he said it made him feel like Methuselah. But it's a head game, isn't it? So your eldest is 30.
Yeah.
What a grown-up. And he looks like a grown-up, a big beard.
He's paying taxes, he's paying rent.
Yeah.
Doing all that stuff.
Yeah. Grown-up
It's like grown-up
stuff. But at his age,
behaviour.
At his age, did you have 2 kids by then?
I had 3 kids by 30.
No.
3 kids by 30. Yeah, 29 was when Dom was born. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But it's because I'm 54. Am I 53 or 54?
54, I think.
54. So we were like, I was 24 when Morgs was born. So yeah, it's like a real. I can't remember. I don't know what it's like not to be a parent.
Yeah.
I was a parent when I was a kid.
You were a kid, and then suddenly there was a baby.
And as you get older, I think I look at a lot of older parents, and I think you're better equipped to be a parent. I wish I knew what I know now.
What would you do differently?
I wouldn't have my head up my ass. You know, when you're young, you got your head up your ass.
Tell me what you mean by that.
Well, you just got your head up your ass.
No, I don't know what you mean by
that. I can't make it any clearer.
But meaning it's all about you.
Yeah, of course it is. It's about your career and what you're doing. As you get older, you become more circumspect. Your head comes out of your bum and you become a bit more circumspect about it.
It's funny because my friends and I often talk about how we wish we were more present when our kids were little. Yeah, that's what I mean. And yet we were present, but we had other things to do. You're keeping your child alive. Yeah. You're forging a career. You're trying to keep them out of trouble. You're watching that they don't fall under a car. Yeah. There's so much going on. That's why grandparents, I think, have an easier ride. Because they can be present without the responsibility of the other stuff.
And they can hand the child back.
Remember when Morgan called in? What radio station were you on?
Well, this is back in my head up my ass days.
Yeah.
When I was
Hi, I've got my head up my ass FM.
When I was doing B105.
Yeah.
That was
Father's Day.
And that was my big time. That was the breakout, because you're starting in capital city radio. I've left Wollongong to go to B105, and I used to just work every day.
Weekends?
Yeah, work all the time. And I remember Morgan, he called up on Father's Day.
B105, hello?
Hi, Dad.
Hi there, Morgan. This is my little boy, Morgan.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
No, it's Father's Day. Did you call me up to say happy...
Mummy has got big shoes.
She? But didn't you call up to say happy Father's Day?
Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks for that, Morgan.
Dad.
I'll see you later.
Dad, I love you.
I love you too. I'll see you later.
Dad, you're a princess.
What's that at the end?
Daddy, you're a princess.
He knew your head was up your ass.
And Helen hates that because he ratted her out about buying new shoes.
But that is adorable.
And then when you look at them when they're 30, it's great.
Wow.
It's
and also I've always worked through the years I had children. I had my first at 39, which was slightly different. But I liked the children to see me have a job that I was passionate about. And now as they're on their adventures, just find something you love and you work a long time. Make it something you love. Doesn't matter how long it takes to find it. Just look for it.
Very good advice.
Yeah, but 30. Happy birthday, Morgan.
Jam Nation.
Robbie Williams has defended his decision to sing in Qatar during the World Cup. He says, if I was not to perform in a place where human rights were abused, I wouldn't be able to perform in my own kitchen. So Robbie's
making it a little bit light of human rights abuses,
It's not as bad as Greg Norman saying, everyone makes mistakes
when you chop up a journalist.
When you chop them up into bits. But I guess it's an interesting thing. What would happen? Qatar, like some sort of sheik, suddenly says, Jonesy and Amanda, we want you over there. We're going to pay you $5 million. Would you say yes?
Well, it's a different equation for us. But Rod Stewart, I think,
so you're saying yes?
No, I'm just saying that the economies of scale... How much, and that's what some of the fans would be, the critics of Qatar would be saying, how much money do you need to say yes to this?
Yeah.
Like Morgan Freeman,
He was there.
I know, but at some point you go, he knows it's going to be controversial. It's also usually an event that unites the world.
Yeah.
But this time it's controversial.
But the Arab world wants to be a part of the Western world. Well, likes the idea of the Western world.
Which is why,
some of our
they've
moralities,
bought off getting this.
Yeah, some of our moralities that they would question, attitudes towards homosexuals, and that's totally different over there, alcohol, all that sort of stuff that was talked about. But you're right, you get Morgan Freeman with that voice. And he didn't have a script. To see him, he walked. I guess he would have practiced because they would have paid him a truckload.
And what did he do? I didn't
so
see
he walked
the event.
out, and then this dude, he's like a half a dude, came out.
What do you mean?
He was like half a dude. It looked like he was
Which
like
half?
Obviously the top half.
But if he had...
Not going to be a pair of legs to just walk out.
So this is their way of being inclusive.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Disability inclusive.
Yes, I believe so, yes. So Morgan said this.
I heard something beautiful. Not just music, but also this call to celebration. This is all so new. All that I have known before was a land that seemed to be in turmoil, with families who were forgotten. And I stopped hearing your voice.
Come on over.
I'm not sure. Am I welcome?
We sent out the call because everyone is welcome.
No, unless you're gay.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't really welcome, or a woman. A lot of people aren't as welcome as they'd like to be.
Some conditions apply there.
Well, did you see the head of FIFA?
Yes, that was weird.
The head of FIFA made this speech.
This is Gianni Infantino.
Mm-hmm.
He's the FIFA boss.
Today I feel Qatari. Today I feel Arab. Today I feel African. Today I feel gay.
So he took him out and shot him.
His wife's at home going, what?
Yes, he said, I'm also disabled. He wanted to say, I'm inclusive of the world. Mm-hmm. But he also then said that he knew what it was like to be bullied and harassed because he had red hair when he was a kid. Everyone's gone crazy.
There's an old saying, money talks. And that's pretty much it. It's 8:20.
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin. Have at it, Morgan.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Sound check. Testing. This is it, folks. On the top.
I saw an interesting article in the Washington Post, and I'd like to know your opinion on it. This woman lives next door to some young men, and she sees that they get delivery a lot, whether it's pizzas or whatever. And she decides to make a chili for them.
Mm.
And she's gone on to social media to talk about it, and she's been vilified, as is the way of these things. Interesting, the for and against. Some saw her as imposing and presumptuous. We haven't even asked about their allergies. Some said she's coddling and encouraging man-child and her white saviour complex.
Mm.
Others have said...
Is that a thing?
Apparently so. And others have said, hey, in communities, this is how you meet neighbours. This is how you make friends. This is a nice thing. So how it started was she has tweeted here that several guys moved in next door, students, I guess, and I see their trash can is completely overflowing with pizza boxes. I don't think they cook. I'm feeling strangely motherly. I feel an urge to feed these boys. So she takes a photo of the chili she makes. Mm-hmm. So she puts herself out there. She's taken a photo of the meal and she goes to, I delivered the chili, she says. They seemed happy and said they had just been about to order food. They asked permission to come over and nail the fence back up. I don't know if that means between their houses or whether they're going to do some nice deed for her.
But ask permission.
Here's what people have tweeted in response. Imagine just minding your own business and some neighbour starts to cook an entire meal for you out of sheer pity.
Mm.
Someone says, I would never eat food from a stranger. I mean, would you? Someone you don't know knocks at the door. Someone says, for the love of God, stop babying men. This is why they learn to take advantage of their wives. Give them a cookbook and beep off.
Someone escalate on the internet.
And someone else said, people with this take confuse me. Have you ever had neighbours bring you food when you first move in? It's a prime way of meeting new people.
Yeah.
But remember we went through that, and I was thinking that too, this is a nice thing to do, but on the other hand, remember we recently saw that thing of a man going up to, he thought, a little old lady looking sad and gave her some flowers?
Yeah.
And she said, she was annoyed because she said, I'm not a sad little old lady sitting here on my own.
Enjoying a cup of tea.
Yes, I'm going back to the office in half an hour. I've got a busy life.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the same thing. People are making assumptions about these lost young men who need someone motherly to make them a meal.
There seems to be two very different camps on this, though.
Interesting.
Maybe it's worthy of a whip poll.
Let's do a whip
Monday
poll.
whip poll. Let's get the whip poll out. A woman's made chili for the neighbours, and now it's blown up the internet. Was she wrong?
Was she wrong?
What would you do?
What do you think of this? All right, give us a call.
13 WSFM. We'll do that
I love
next.
a whip poll.
Jam Nation. We love doing a whip poll, and today A woman made chili for the neighbours. Now it's blown up the internet. Not the chili, but this gesture of kindness.
Well, is it kindness?
Was she wrong?
Because she also put it on Instagram, on Twitter, to say, here's a photo of it. Look at what I'm doing to be nice to these boys next door.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like mothering them. And people have said, leave them alone with your saviour trope.
Yeah.
Rack off.
I don't know how I'd feel about it because I do all the cooking at home, but I think...
If someone knocked on the door and brought a meal over who you don't know, would you eat it?
No.
We don't eat listener food, as we call it, except for Kelly Ferret's biscuits.
It sounds like we're talking euphemistically. But yes.
We gnaw on her biscuits anytime.
Well, you've heard our opinion. What does Rachel think? Welcome to the whip poll, Rachel.
Hi,
Rachel. Was she wrong?
Look, I don't think so. That actually happened to me when I moved into a suburb a few years ago, and I had strange people from across the road and next door bringing me food and wine and pies and cakes and stuff, and I thought it was very welcoming.
Right.
Oh, that's nice.
But you just said strange people, Rachel.
Meaning people you don't know.
Oh, okay. Not strange.
Not like Jim Rose circus people.
So, can we just confirm that, Rachel?
Sorry?
They were strange people?
Or just strangers?
Strangers.
Okay, they weren't strange.
Okay.
Thank
well,
you.
see, that's the thing.
That's
In many
nice.
communities, that's the gesture. Take over a casserole.
Taryn's with us.
Hi, Taryn.
Hello, how are you?
We're well. Was she wrong?
Absolutely not. She's just doing a kind gesture, and sometimes a kind deed is just a kind deed.
Well, you know what they say, no good turn goes unpunished. But also to photograph it and say, look how good I am doing this. That irks a few people as well.
Sylvia's joined us.
Sylvia, was she wrong?
No, I don't think she's wrong at all. My neighbour did the same thing, and we're actually really good friends now.
Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
Dana.
Hi, Dana. Was she wrong?
Definitely not. Like, whether they were girls or boys, she would have still made the chili. I don't think it makes any difference on what sex they are. And my neighbour makes me cakes all the time, and I bloody love it.
Yeah, but you've got a friendship now by the thing of it. Well, the thing about, as you're saying, them being boys is some people said, stop babying men. Stop enabling them.
Yeah, but then a stranger is a friend that you haven't met yet.
Oh, as if you think that.
Gloria. Gloria is joined us.
Hello, Gloria. Was she wrong?
No, I don't think so. She was being nice to some young people, and that way she's cultivating a friendship with young people that are moving in next door. If you cultivate that friendship, then those people will be nice back to you. Maybe they'll be considerate if they're thinking of loud parties. But the other point is, why did the woman ruin what she did by posting it all over the place?
Because if you don't put it on the internet, Gloria, did it actually
That's the
happen?
thing. It's a bit of a look at me, isn't there?
And Garth is with us.
Hi, Garth. Was she wrong?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm like that last lady. Any kind gesture is a great gesture, but advertising the fact that you did it, what are you after? A pat on the back?
Yeah,
of course you are.
If
That's
I
what
do
she was.
someone a good turn, I do it quietly.
Yeah.
That's right. I do good turns for people every day.
I know.
No one knows about it.
Right, and what are they again?
Until I just said it then,
Yeah.
the irony.
Yeah.
But I had to demonstrate. The good turns,
Yeah.
I do good turns every day.
Yeah.
Like I saving lives, rescuing old ladies,
See?
putting tyres on cars,
Okay.
doing that stuff.
Rescuing old ladies. There's
But
that
rescuing
thing
old
again.
ladies?
Do they
What?
want to be rescued?
No, if they
and are they just
start.
over 30?
No, they're old ladies. They're in trouble. I've always got my eye out.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jam Nation.
Hello there, it's Jonesy Demander. You know, Morgan Freeman, though, he could sell anything. You get him up there talking, and he was at the World Cup doing the opening thing there. And did you know when he did the US bid for the World Cup, which they obviously didn't get, he
No,
forgot...
it's one in the future.
Oh, is it the one in the future?
In the future.
And he forgot a line of script.
One line?
No, a whole page. Like, you know, when you do these things and they give you all these notes,
Yeah.
and then you just want to get through the notes as quickly as
And you
possible.
realise page 3's on the floor. Like your wedding speech.
I was looking for a loophole.
None of the bridesmaids. I do.
Now we can all get some sleep. But what about he is so good. So he comes out and he's got that little guy. The little guy comes
I've had
out.
a look at the footage.
Yeah.
He's a very impressive person.
The little guy, yeah, of course
he's
he is.
not a little guy.
Well,
he's someone who's lost half his body.
Yeah, of course. Not because he went to Jenny Craig or anything. He's like, you know.
Yeah, no.
But this is how it went down.
I heard something beautiful. Not just music, but also this call to celebration. This is all so new. All that I have known before was a land that seemed to be in turmoil, with families who were forgotten. And I stopped hearing your voice.
What's he talking
Come on
about?
over.
I'm not sure. Am I welcome?
We sent out the call because everyone is welcome.
Yeah, some conditions might apply there.
Not in Qatar, surely.
I did like the boss of FIFA, though. He got a little bit fruity in his speech.
Today I feel gay.
He didn't get fruity. He said he also felt disabled. He felt like a refugee. Yeah. He just wanted to say, I am all the things that the world experiences.
But you may want to keep that on the down low, mate. Save that for the Casbah later.
Well, I'm glad people have come here for expert commentary about the opening ceremony.
It's 3 to 9.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
This is your final week to get your ghoulies in. Not if you're in Qatar.
No.
Because
Keep
next
your
week
ghoulies out.
we're going to start playing some finalists, and in 2 weeks' time, someone's going to win $20,000 and a year's supply of chocolate from Darryl Lee.
What have we got today?
What gets my ghoulies is, why do some people put their makeup on in the car while they're waiting in traffic on their way to work? Their hair is still wet, they look in a fluster, and then when they're stopped, they're starting to put makeup on, mascara, and then they're not paying attention to the traffic. It's almost as bad as people who are on their mobile phones. Why don't you just wake up earlier and do your makeup rather than this slip-slop fashion of putting it on quickly, rushed in the car in between traffic light changes?
Makes sense.
Well, we all like to wake up earlier. Sometimes it doesn't happen. I like to put mine on with a paint roller.
You should just have some pre-made faces. Just go poof.
Yeah, like the Shroud of Turin. I just line my pillowcase and my face comes back on.
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is the way my husband gets undressed. It's like he has some sort of built-in visual effects or magic something in him. So when I go to do the washing, I have to take the socks out of the undies out of the shorts out of the tracksuit pants, the singlet out of the T-shirt out of the shirt out of the jumper. So it's like unfolding origami clothes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You build a whole life like a giant rag doll.
Yeah, you could make a whole new person out of everything
Just
inside
out of the
everything.
clothes. With the bad and with the good, if you dipped out, doesn't matter, you could always call the hotline number 906-17984. It's 2 to 9.
Our favourite caller email, a Facebook friend, wins a Starlight Dinner Cruise on Sydney 2000. This is Cruise Sydney Harbour on board Captain Cook Cruises with a Starlight Dinner for two.
Ooh. You also get a Jonesy Demand tea towel and fridge magnet.
Now, what about this? Our $10,000 question. It almost went off today. It's our 7 a.m. trivia quiz where you line up, and if you get question 10 correct, you will win $10,000. It's like a relay race. If you're wrong or you hesitate, you're out and someone takes your place.
You never want to be the first caller, but Kim from Wesley was very nice about it.
Question 6. Which company created the Barbie doll?
Mattel.
Question 7. On which continent would you find Egypt?
Africa.
Question 8. Who's the main star of the new TV series Tulsa King? So she said at the beginning that she was just happy to help someone else along. She got to question 8. We got to question 10.
Good on you,
but
Kim.
it didn't go off. But Kim, you are our man of the match.
That's it. You're a loser, but you're a winner.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
That's also your wedding speech. Ugly Phil's up next with WSFM's box office.
We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.